Hi, I'm Craig. I'm the project lead with Bohemia Interactive Australia, and I'd like to show you some neat tech that we've been developing to get one of these, an iPad, to talk to VBS. Before we dive into a demonstration, let me give you some background on where this project came from. As some of you may know, we have the Husky route clearance vehicle currently in VBS. The Australian Defence Force tasked us to upgrade the vehicle to the Husky Mark III, and specifically to add the Interrogator arm variant to that vehicle. The Interrogator arm allows operators to remotely assess IEDs in mines. The ADF uses the Husky IA in VBS to allow trainees to operate the vehicle in a complex, realistic but safe environment. Part of that training includes allowing the trainee to use realistic systems on the vehicle, such as the Interrogator arm controller. So you may be familiar with the system we use in VBS for controlling animations on vehicles. We call it Interact with Animations, or IWA for short. Now, IWA is a great system. It's consistent and easy to use and doesn't require the user to learn a lot of commands to animate different parts of the vehicle. But there are situations in training which require a more complex representation of the controls that the trainee is using. In these cases previously, we've had two options. One is to replicate the controls in VBS, and while this is a fast solution, it has the downside of taking away from situational awareness of the user while they are using the control. The second solution is to take the real device and plug this into VBS. But this can be expensive and complex, requiring custom code and wiring harnesses and the like. This is where a bridge solution using a software interface on a remote device to emulate the control can be very useful. Now I'm going to show you the device in action, with VBS running in the background and me controlling the device on the iPad. For those interested, I'll give you a quick rundown on the technology that goes into this. The vehicle itself is modelled in VBS like any other vehicle. There's no special configuration or anything on the vehicle. What allows the iPad to communicate with it is a plugin developed in Fusion, which creates a socket server to accept commands. The application itself was developed in Unity. The nice thing about developing in Unity is that it allows us to export to other platforms such as iOS or Android. This then passes a command to VBS through Fusion whenever a switch is moved on the controller. So that's been a really quick introduction to the Husky IA controller and some of the new tech we've been developing here at Bohemia Interactive. The Husky IA controller is a specialized device and is not included with the VBS build. But if you can see a need for a similar training device for your training, or perhaps for an administrative interface, then feel free to contact our sales team for more information and a quote.